The magic is in each one of the streets that we go through every day, because each one of them has something different to tell us. Every street has a story. Some is passed from generation to generation. However, there are others who are willing to be discovered. You have now wondered, why is this street so cold? Why is this street so? And even, who lives there? We go into the magic of one of the best known in Elche, the largest square of the Raval. Here we go. First, go to the place on the planet where is this small but so welcoming square. It is located in Elche, specifically in the province of Alicante. Elche is a zone of interior, has no beaches, but just keeps a lot of historical treasures behind their streets. The treasure of the largest square of Raval lives in conviviality that keep people in the neighborhood. Which is part of the square, we are going to learn more, the Raval. People in this neighborhood is very cheerful. All have a desire to work together to stop care for and maintain history and beautiful appearance of streets, as well as preserve the origin of this square. Before knowing the square as we know it today, in the center of it was a source of black metal that posed a constantly place for people living nearby. It obtained many water, which was to survive given the poverty that existed in the 50s in this area. Something that has always characterized the Raval is excessive moisture. Back in 14 May 1955, at about 10 p.m., the fountain in the center of the square sank, opening a large hole under a distinct noise that disturbed the whole neighborhood. Just then, were gathered together a group of boys, athletes of the neighborhood, which would help raise funds for one of his colleagues who had been injured and could not work to support his family. 6 of them fell into the hole of the source, which was neither more nor less than 15 meters deep. 2 were rescued alive, and 2 days later had still nursing their ordeal. Following this, that found that under that source had sacred labyrinth built during the war to have and move below ground. This left a bitter mark on the history of the square of the Raval and in the district for which the square is named. Each 28th of December, the Virgen de la Asunción passes through the streets of the Raval neighborhood from the beach of the Tamarit, Santa Pola, where it was found many years ago. This fest is the most famous thing that passes through the square, living even in the media. The story begins at 28th of December 1370. Francesc Cantó, when warding the Elche coast between Santa Pola Castle and the Tower of Pinet. At the time when she script was carried out, they mounted round to a horse, saw a small chest approaching without any push toward the shore by the waves between the water of the sea. His son, I pick up this case in the form of a small and stone. Discover the legend writing on its cover. Some compared to elves. And although the ark bore no visible lock, the soldier go to finally open it. Inside appeared the image of the Virgin of Ascension, the patron saint of Elche. At full gallop, Frances Canto ran to the city to announce the news. Here, the Elche Council ordered police one side, so all the neighbors knew the find and had to recite the Virgin. To date, since the incident in the 50s, the square has not returned to have a fountain in its center. However, some elements that characterize it as, for example, the espartero at the beginning of the square have settled on it. Neighbors have that it is a figure to commemorate and remember a man who spent his life dedicated to the wall of esparto grass and shoes in the street, and that it was well known by all of the neighborhood. Children approached him, and he taught them some things about his craft. He was a man who actively collaborated with the neighborhood, and why did you that a figure as a symbol of the neighborhood does not forget him. The only change that has in addition to Move City Hall the center of Elche, before was in this square, has been the construction of a series of arches to expand access to the square. In addition, above the water and milk distributing truck passing through the neighborhoods, and being closed, that way was an obstacle for those who intended to cater to residents of the Raval. Over the years, some trades like a hairdresser, bars, small kiosks have settled to take the form that has to this day. I hope that this little journey liked by the Plaza Mayor in El Raval and her neighborhood. Hopefully, you have learned many things from it, as well as the value that the streets in our society, both historically and culturally.